prison. That is what Trump is telling his supporters he's facing after being convicted on all 34 counts. That, of course, is false. New York has a maximum of 20 years for felonies like this, and there's a real question about whether he'll actually serve any time in prison. Jason Carroll is out front.
This is a scam. Donald Trump showed no sign of contrition in front of cameras today. The former president choosing some of his words carefully.
I'm under a gag order, nasty gag order, where I've had to pay thousands of dollars in penalties and fines and was threatened with jail.
Trump has already violated the court's gag order 10 times. Violations which can be considered during his sentencing. It's just one of the factors Judge Ron Mershon will review now that Trump has been convicted on all 34 counts of falsifying business records. Each count carries up to a $5,000 fine and a maximum of a 4-year prison sentence, though legal experts say jail time for Trump seems unlikely for a number of reasons, including Trump is a first-time offender, his age, he's 77 years old, and he was convicted for a low-level felony. And consider this, according to the New York Law Journal, the Manhattan District Attorney's Office has prosecuted more than 400 cases involving falsifying business records since 2015. Recent data shows just 1 in 10 resulted in a defendant serving jail time. If, and again a very big if, Trump is sentenced to jail time, he could end up at any one of several facilities in New York City, including the notorious Rikers Island.
The majority of the facilities are on Rikers, but there are what are also referred to as borough houses. These are jails that are located in 4 of the 5 boroughs of New York.
Trump would also have what corrections experts call sight and sound separation from the general inmate population.
So it is that we would accomplish separation for the safety and security of that individual and others.
Dan Horowitz is a defense attorney who has some insight into the workings of the Manhattan District Attorney's Office.
If he wasn't the former president, if he wasn't running for president again, this would be an entirely different conversation.
Horowitz formerly prosecuted white-collar cases for the Manhattan DA and says a more realistic outcome for Trump might involve him paying a fine, sentenced to probation, a conditional discharge, or home detention.
Would you prefer to sit at Mar-a-Lago, maybe play a round of golf if the probation department permits you to do that, but you're not permitted to go on the campaign trail? I guarantee you that Donald Trump would say, I prefer not to have home detention. It is a restriction on your liberty. There is no doubt about that.
Certainly, Trump's critics would not like to see him serve any of his time at any of his luxury properties, including here at Trump Tower. Whatever the sentence, Judge Mershon has a number of options. Aaron?
All right, Jason, thank you very much. And before we go, some news just breaking tonight. The Obamas are announcing that Michelle's mother, Marion Robinson, passed away today in Chicago. In a statement, former President Obama writing, with a healthy nudge, she agreed to move to the White House. We needed her. The girls needed her. And she ended up being our rock through it all. According to Michelle Obama, she was the most popular person in the White House, something she and her mother have spoken about.
That talked them into allowing me to do my own life.
And she was the most beloved